Now, this story sounds like something straight out of a movie, but it is totally real. In Argentina, police are now chasing down the trail of an 18th century Italian masterpiece that was looted by the Nazis more than 80 years ago. That's right. This painting, which is called Portrait of a Lady, was created by Giuseppe Ghislandi, or Fra Galgario. That's what he's known as. He's one of northern Italy's most important portraitists. And his work today hangs in major institutions around the world, from the Met in New York City to the National Gallery in Washington, D.C. But this particular portrait actually belonged to Jacques Goudsticker, a Jewish art dealer from Amsterdam. Now, when the Nazis invaded the Netherlands back in 1940, his collection, which was made up of more than 1,000 works, including Rembrandt's and Vermeer's, was seized and then sold off to Hitler's circle. Now, Goudsticker died while he was trying to escape, but his family has now spent decades fighting for restitution. Fast forward to this week, Dutch reporters spotted what looked like that very portrait casually hanging above a sofa in the online listing of a house for sale in Mar del Plata, which is a seaside resort in Argentina. Now, that home actually belongs to the Kagien family. They're descendants of Frederick Kagien, who was once a Nazi party member and also the aide to Hermann Göring, which is one of the most powerful Nazi leaders known in history. He fled Europe after the war, first to Switzerland and Brazil, but he eventually ended up in Argentina. And this is where Argentina's history comes into play here. Under President Juan Perón in the late 1940s and early 1950s, Argentina actually became a refuge for hundreds of Nazis, including Eichmann himself. And many arrived with stolen Jewish property. We're talking gold, furniture, and of course, priceless art. Now, some of it is still turning up today, decades later. And when police raided the Kagien villa this week, the Ghislandi painting was gone. Instead, in its place, there was a tapestry, and officers did end up seizing firearms and engravings, but the trail of this painting is once again uncertain. Now, the homeowner told reporters that she didn't know what painting they were asking about, but then she went completely silent. And neighbors have described her as a friendly yoga instructor, but Dutch cultural authorities say the artwork visible in that real estate ad is almost certainly authentic and not a copy. Now, for Goudsticker's heir, that's Marie von Saher, who's now 81 years old, this case is highly personal. She has won back hundreds of looted works before, but she says that she's not going to stop until every piece of her family's legacy is restored. But until investigators actually recover Portrait of a Lady, the search for justice and for truth certainly goes on.